Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. A much needed victory in the series finale to avoid a 6-game losing streak. Getting swept by the Angels would have been very, very detrimental to my mental health. Hello, good afternoon, happy Sunday. Hello, everybody. What's good? Hello, Gemma, Lucario, Colton, James, Chris, Reese, Brandon, King, Jay, Jordan, Odd, Connor, Spark, DVR, K Kenny. Hello. Hello. Lucario, you got to switch to fire, dude. Fire. I want to play so bad. I can't express how important a victory today was, because had they gotten swept in back-to-back series by the Orioles and then the Angels, I don't know how I would have ever recovered. And also having to stream after that, not fun. But two, it's hot as hell today. If anyone wasn't paying attention, it's hot. And I can't have I could have the fan on, but it would be kind of annoying. But and overall, just a very solid day in general. You wish that maybe the Mariners could have scored more runs, but you get 11 hits. Yeah, maybe you like more than 3 would have been nice. So that way there could have been a little bit more of an insurance aspect to it. But again, you take the series win, or the game win in the series finale. Obviously you lost the series to get back on the horse, see what you did in this game, put that together in a formula going forward, and see if you can continue to translate it after this one. The offense, yes, you strung together a ton of hits. It's just you couldn't score many more runs. That you should have scored more runs. They went 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position. They left 11 on base. There was plenty of more opportunities to score more runs in this game, but 3-2, the final score would be enough. George Kirby pitched out of his gosh darn mind. A 2-run home run from Taylor Ward would be all the runs that the Angels would score, and only got 2 hits this entire game. As Chris mentioned, in one of the first chats on the stream, 18 total strikeouts from the Mariners pitchers today, 14 of them courtesy of George Kirby, his new career high. I don't baseball is so weird and so strange with how the varying results can be. The previous 3 starts and any of the rehab stints with George would never have pointed or given us any indication, or even how the previous 2 starts went for Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo, that George Kirby, of all pitchers on the Mariners pitching staff, would come out and throw 7 innings of 2-run ball and strike out 14. Just crazy. Connor, you're sweating? Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's hot. It's hot as hell. Yes, Kirby. What's up, Sour Vanilla? What's up? Kirby's so back. I need Kirby. Not only we Mariners fans, the team, the rest of the pitching staff, everybody needs George Kirby to, again, I'm not expecting 7 innings of 14 strikeouts every single time, but somewhere around that where you're getting 7 out of him, pretty efficient through the 6 as well. He was at 70 something pitches. He was great in this game today. I don't expect that every single time out, of course. That's if he's doing that, then he's winning the Cy Young. But somewhere in between his last start where he went 5, 8 hits, 2 earned, and today 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned. So anywhere between that for George going forward, I will take as a dub. Any update on the Baltimore and Sacramento series? Gmo, I don't have an update for you. I apologize. I don't have an update for you. He's winning the Cy Young. You heard it here first. George Kirby, he's winning the Cy Young. I did say, I think as an operation overreaction at some point during the season, that George would return and be the top Cy Young vote getter for the Mariners with the 25 to 27 starts that he was gonna he will make this year. And the first 3 starts did not give me a lot of hope in that random take I made back in whenever the hell it was, but maybe if he pitches more like today, it's possible. Nice combined 2-hitter. A great overall game from the Mariners, I'd say, specifically on the pitching side. JP and Julio go 0 for in this one, so not great, but I mean, you get 3 hits from Randy, huge. Polo got 2 hits, both from the right side, very awesome. Ben Williamson, 2-hit game. Cole Young got a hit in this one. I think he had a chance with the bases juiced at one point. Would have been nice maybe if that came there, but alas. I don't know. I saw the Dylan Moore comment of like just pop-ups. Last night, his 2 at-bats were awful. I hope that there's something that is easily fixable for Dylan going forward, because when he plays well, the team tends to do better, and that's just how baseball works. Is your players are playing well, the team will do well. Solano, I don't know how Lucario hasn't mentioned it yet. A Solano RBI base hit in this economy in June of 2025, I did not expect it. We had to win today. I can finally have some joy. You finally got your joy back. I'm happy for you, bro. A go-ahead RBI nonetheless. True, Jimma, true. A's beat the O's. Thank you for the update. Thank you. Never let Taveras field again. It's the Taveras experiment has been interesting to say the least. There's moments where it looks fine, but the last 5 days, maybe just week in general, have not been very good at all. Kirby got you 62 fantasy points. Damn. I have him in a league. It's definitely not going to be 62. Let me see how many it is. He got me 31 in a standard ESPN fantasy league. So you just got it doubled. You know what I mean? You hate Taveras? Oh, strong emotions. Dom Canzone is, what he does is he just hits. Luke Raley will be back soon. So, when Raley comes back, I imagine Taveras will probably be gone. And Raley will just be the everyday right fielder. And somehow, some way, Donovan Solano will continue to survive on this Mariners roster. But Kirby kicked me in the rear end. Oh, did you have him in our matchup, Lucario? That's okay. I scored, I think, the 3rd most points in League One, and I'm still gonna lose, or 4th most points, and I'm still gonna lose. So I can't buy a dub in that one, but that's okay. That's all right. We're doing all right in all the other ones. You have him, nice. Rayleigh back, keep Mastro, drop Leote. I feel like that's probably what I'd do. I like the ability for Mastrobuoni to play the infield if they need him to, whereas Taveras is just an outfielder, and he doesn't look super great in that regard right now either. But I don't know. There's a couple expendable people on the roster for the position player side that I wouldn't be surprised if any of the 3 of Mastrobuoni, Solano, or Taveras would get DFA'd or... Yeah, I think Mastrobuoni has an option, so it could be Mastrobuoni. I want to make sure that that's right first. But Nelson, hello. We got a gifted membership from Nelson. 2-1 Chase Keith. W Nelson, W Chase. If you're here, Chase, make sure you send a smooches bro to Nelson for the gifted. Keep Mastro. I think that's probably... that's what I do. It's either Taveras or Solano, I would assume. But Mastrobuoni does have an option. So that is also something to consider. Mastrobuoni having an option is could play a factor in that. I don't know if they'd want to burn it now, how that works, but it is part of the equation, I would say. Definitely part of the equation. Taveras would have biffed it. True. Ian, what's good, bro? Smoochies, bro. Smoochies. Mastro's been good. Good is a word. Certainly a word. I can take Taveras' place. Listen, I get that I was the left fielder for the Mariners content team that we curated with Jake from Raise the Trident. But I don't think I'm ready for the bright lights, guys. I'm not ready for the bright lights. Do I see Ben finishing the season on the roster? Yes. Unless they make a big trade for a third baseman, and even at that point, I still think that he could provide decent flexibility on the bench for a speed replacement late in the game. He's got a pretty decent sprint speed. Obviously, a good glove, defensive replacement late in the game. If the third baseman they do acquire, if they do get one, is maybe not super glove forward, but I would say Ben Williamson has a 75% chance to finish the season on the major league roster, in my opinion. Joe in left field's wild. I mean, look at the rest of the content creators. Like, someone's got to go out there and just throw a cannon in from left field. I have an arm, okay? I have an arm. I'm just gonna put it out there. I have an arm. We got a couple comments on that on Twitter saying that Lyle doesn't seem like a shortstop. We put Lyle and TJ from the Marine Lair podcast up the middle at short and second. Apparently Lyle played first base in high school. News to me. He's a tall, like, not lanky, but he's not a beefy boy, you know what I mean? Him playing first base was kind of interesting to me. He just seems like he could play. Lyle thinks he's Gunner. I mean, listen, I immediately was like, Lyle is the shortstop. That was like my first thought when we were going through that. So, my assumptions about Lyle and how tall he is, his physique, apparently I was wrong. We won a game, Cody. We won a game. The Mariners are allowed to win a game, apparently. I'm just glad they didn't get swept, because that would have been debilitating. A debilitating sweep and loss that would mark their 6th straight loss. Yes, the 5th loss last night was their longest losing streak of 2025. The fact that they won today, maybe they can try and right the ship. I'm not going to say that they're back by any stretch of the imagination, because the offense still has plenty to prove, I think, of getting that clutch hit, the driving in more runs, leaving 11 on today and going 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Like, you had your chance to bury the Angels in this game, and they never did. So that could still be a concerning takeaway from this game. The pitching from the previous 2 games of you get a lead and you give it right back. A lead never felt safe, even though you would assume that a team like the Angels, yes, they've been playing better recently, and with a pitching staff like the Mariners, at least when you look back on it from years past, they'd be able to hold that lead, and that just hasn't been the case. Specifically, I mean, going back to maybe the Nats series, for the most part, is the bullpen and the pitching staff just has not been able to hold a lead more often than not recently, and that's been, I think, one of the biggest problems for the team is the offense gets you a lead, and then the pitching staff gives it right back. But Connor, we had him at third base. We had Connor at third. Like a compact third baseman is where we had Couch GM play. So a win, a miracle, they do exist. It is possible. Take a flyer on Kimbrel, Blaine. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know about Kimbrel if he's still got it. Scott, what's good? What's good, homie? Glad we caught a dub. Were you there? I would imagine that you guys were there today. Scott landed. Shout out the homies. I was hoping you guys would be there. Did you guys go to the previous 2 games? And if so, I'm sorry. I apologize for your loss, but I'm glad that they got a dub for you guys today. 11 left on base, yeah. You hate the arm thing? Kind of fire. On our way back to 54%, just the way Jerry would have wanted it. Let's get some chills. Let's get some chills in the chat. Let's get some chills. Ben Williamson is so underrated. I mean, 2 hits today. The OPS doesn't look good. 614. Plays good defense. Made a couple great plays in this series specifically. I don't think he's necessarily underrated. I don't think he's being overrated by a lot of people. I don't know. I think he's like kind of right where I expected him to be, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of whelmed with Ben Williamson. I'm not underwhelmed. So went to the first one, saw the robbery from Julio. It was so intense. That's awesome. A Julio home run robbery like in person would be sick. I don't think I've experienced it. There's been a couple times where it's been close, but I don't think he brought one back in. But how many homers is Gino going to have against us? I think he's going to have a 2-homer game. Gino's going to set the record in this series. 5 homers. All right. That's what Gino's going to do as we head to Arizona to play the Diamondbacks. That's what it's going to be. you're fine with Ben? Yeah, I think Ben's great. He's doing fine. I'm not super. I'd rather watch Ben Williamson at bats than Dylan Moore at bats. Like there's probably 5 or 6 offensive players that I'd rather watch. Like I would prefer to not watch at bats for than Ben Williamson. I don't want to say I'd put at bats I'd rather watch, or I'd rather not watch. So it'd be like Taveras, and this maybe not in any order, but like Taveras, Mastroboni, Solano, Dylan Moore, Garver, and then probably Ben. Like that's probably where I'd put the rankings. Like any of those 5 in any order, and then Ben Williamson. Maybe Cole Young below him, but like I'm more excited about Young because like, duh, it's Cole Young. He's a higher ranked prospect, has a higher ceiling. Will he figure it out? I mean, he had a great game last night. I expect better things from Cole Young going forward. So, Gino told you specifically, Donatello, that he wants to come back. Nice. You want to like pack his bag for him, or should we tell like Torey Lavello? Should we tell Mike Hazen, like Diamondbacks GM, that like you're gonna pack his bag for him? I can pick him up at the airport if you want. Like we can coordinate. We can coordinate. Nice to see Cal today have a full day off in this game. You know, in a sweep avoiding game, having Cal sit out was certainly a choice, but they got it done, and that's what counts. I saw the lineup card, and I'm like, man, oh man, that might be my least favorite lineup I've seen all year. With Garver batting 4, Dylan Moore batting, just gross looking stuff when they put out the tweet today. But we throwing Miller next go around, or we bring up Evans? I actually don't know, Cody. I don't think that they've made any specific decisions on that. I would imagine Miller gets another chance, though. I don't think he's gonna get put on the IL or get sent down or anything like that. I would assume that he makes his next start, and that will be the time where they make that judgment. You know what I mean? I think that's where that will be the moment, is he gets one more chance, and it could be Gilbert comes back and replaces Miller instead of replacing Hancock. Kind of a situation. The Curbster is back. Big W for George Kirby today. I agree, Vixley. Polo hitting 6 was good to see. Yeah, I mean, getting him moved down, it was against a lefty, so I think that's mainly the reason why he was hitting lower in the order. But, I mean, he did get 2 hits, so it's a good sign maybe for things to be better for Polo going forward. Again, I'm not willing to put a bunch of stock into one specific game other than George Kirby's outing today. Randy also, I mean, a 3-for-5 game, good for him as well. I don't have any faith that the next game out, where I imagine it's probably going to be a righty against the Diamondbacks in game 1, that Polo, he'll still be batting too, because Dan Wilson hates us. First game Monday tomorrow should be Merrill Kelly versus Emerson Hancock. I imagine Polo would still be hitting too, because they did that against Kahanowitz in the second game after the online Twitter people were mad. So let's go from hitting the face to K's all over the place. W or King. I mean, yeah, a huge bounce back game for George Kirby. Matt, like, just insane. Stream is hanging on by a thread. I'm closing Fangraphs. Are we good? It's the heat. It's got to be the heat, because my bit rate's like spiking like crazy. Hello? Do we need a refresk? Do we bead a refresh? God, I hate myself. Quan, what's up? MVP situation. If Cal were to hit 10 plus more home runs than Judge and his batting average is above 300. Yeah, I mean, if Cal's batting average is above 300, I don't know if he has to hit 10 more homers than Judge. No, it's mine. It's mine, Jimma. It's definitely mine. The Starlink is, touch and go every once in a while. It's touch and go. Yeah, if Cal's batting average is over 300, I don't think he needs to hit 10 more homers than Judge. I think that they could probably be pretty similar, but still a little stutter. Not horrible, looking good now. Yeah, it looked like it just spiked for a second, which is kind of normal. You were freezing every 5 seconds, but we're good now? Okay. All right. We beat it. We beat it. How was the casting couch? Dude, honestly, I did fall asleep during that stream the other day. I was laying there and I felt myself fall asleep, and then like I jolted myself awake, but like button smash, W. Yeah, I mean that day specifically, bad game. Had some bad news come out that morning that I was still just like not super feeling like being on camera, and I was hanging out with Colton. I just was gonna lay there, so that was that was the decision that we made of, yeah, you can just lay there and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He was getting some MVP chance when they were playing the Orioles in Seattle. I heard it on the broadcast. Cal is definitely getting that recognition. Where do you think Logan is expected to pitch during the Guardian series or the Boston series? Well, he's going to make one more start, and it would have to be on Tuesday because the Rainiers do not play tomorrow. I think so he would pitch on Tuesday the 10th, and then beyond that, it would go into the Guardian series. He's not going to, or Tuesday the 10th, and then he could be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He would be able to pitch on Sunday on 5 days rest, or maybe they'd push it to 6 days and go on that Monday, would be my guess. Pacers or Thunder tonight? Pacers. What the helly? What the Halliburton? Yeah, give me the Pacers. I don't want to. Lucario got owned for spamming? Kind of crazy. I don't want to see the Thunder win, but Dumper. Brash is very needed. Much love to Matt Brash. He is such a welcome back to the bullpen. His ability to be a bridge night in and night out will not be understated for the rest of this season. Sure, he's not going to be perfect. There will be blemishes, but every single time he's on the mound, I trust him infinitely more than any of the other relievers in the bullpen. Oilers or Panthers? Did the Panthers win the Stanley Cup last year? Because if the Panthers won last year, I might say Oilers, just in the sense of why do they need to be selfish and win back-to-back championships? You know what I mean? Pacers in 4? Yes. Munoz versus Trout to end the game was sick. I mean, Munoz was pumping it too. 100, just gassing him up. It was awesome. Seeing Munoz get back out there on the mound, 6 days rest, the last couple times out, not good. Blown saves, obviously. To be able to, one, he kind of does get himself into a little bit of a sticky situation with walking, Soler in that situation, but being able to bounce back and then rear up, gas up Trout, very good outing from Munoz to see, in my opinion. Panthers won last year. All right, then give me the Oilers. Give me the Oilers. 101. He was throwing cheddar. Absolute gas. Okay. I do have a slight announcement type beat. A little thing for the stream. Just in 13 days, I almost said gays, which is important for the context here. 13 days, June 21st, Saturday, 1 to 4, Colton and I, and then Jake, we're doing our first of the 2025 calendar year charity stream for the Lambert House for Pride Month. Lambert House, King County-based charity that supports the LGBTQ plus youth. We're going to be raising money for them on Saturday, June 21st. Maybe it'll be a slight watch along at the beginning of that game, because I think they're playing the Cubs. But if you guys were here for the Toys for Kids, the Rick Riz charity over Christmas, we did raise a good chunk of change for them. Pride Month, we're doing charity stream for the Lambert House. It's very, very exciting. We're very happy that we're able to find something that's local and be able to support the LGBTQ community and the youth, specifically in the area. That's very something that we wanted to kind of make sure that we hammered home and we got the right kind of situation picked out. There will be some giveaways. There's going to be just like normal like stream content related things. I think I'm going to be hosting it, so it'll be like if you were here for the Christmas one, you'll know we played Kahoot. Like there's a handful of things that we're doing. There is a donation link. It's the Diane Colto, streamlabs.com/Diane Colto. If you do donate during this, make sure you label that it's for charity with the hashtag #CSGive. That will be very important for us to differentiate. We don't really use the Streamlabs link super often anyways, but in the event that you did want to donate, make sure that you want to put in the hashtag #SeeUsGive. And it's available right now. Anything that we raise during the month of June will go towards the Lambert House at the end of the month. So again, Saturday, June 21st, be there, hang out with us, have a good time, talk ball, raise some money for a good cause. And that's that for that part of it. But also, we do have a Pride Mojo script shirt that is available on the Fourth Wall shop as well. Any proceeds that are earned by purchasing that shirt from you guys will go towards the Lambert House as well. So $21.99 on the Fourth Wall shop. I think I need to add it to the thing, but I have the link for it specifically, which I'm about to post in the chat right now. Any proceeds that are made by purchasing this Fourth Wall shirt will go towards the Lambert House as well. So appreciate you guys for making our community so much fun, but also an inclusive community. That's very important to us. We support inclusivity, human rights, baseball rights, like baseball's for everyone, human rights. If I didn't read chat during most of that, so if there was anybody that said anything and it doesn't necessarily align with that, better watch out. You better watch out. Common Mariner Mojo W. When's the Lucario Mariner Mojo merch coming out? You know, the bonk Lucario emote on a shirt. Someone tell Julio it's almost August. It might help him heat up. Love the shirt design. I'm glad you like it, Mara. It was something that we wanted to do for the charity stream and just have available. It's only going to be available for the month of June. So something to consider if you want some Mariner Mojo merch and you happen to be prideful. Maybe that's the one you want to go get. Julio has been hot. Julio, I mean, listen, Julio's been good. Imagine it's August Julio with how good he's already been. He might hit 700 for a calendar month. You know what I mean? He might hit. Dorian, I just saw your message. Straight people should be banned from baseball. Baseball players do be doing some gay stuff. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. 1 million gays, please. Like the 1 million beers, but 1 million gays. Yes. Julio in what? His last like 15, he's hitting like 330. That would have been such Julio Rodriguez shenanigans though, if that line drive hit his ankle and like took him out for a bit, similar to last year, like when he tried to rob Jordan's hit. It wasn't a home run, but when he obviously hurt his ankle, he was heating up immensely back at that point last year. Yeah, Julio in his last 15 games hitting 306, 338 with a 403 slug. He's hitting 308 over his last 7. I mean, Julio is, again, I kind of talked about this when we were on Mariners Rundown on Jake's channel, Raise the Trident. And if we're entering a point of time where Julio Rodriguez is going to be underrated or underappreciated by national baseball media, Mariners fans alike, I can't wait to see how he responds, because he seems like the guy that will take that in stride, but also simultaneously make him work even harder to be the best player that he can be. Like that motivation to continue to be better. It seems like if Julio is going to be underappreciated and undervalued, that's the right guy to maybe put a chip on his shoulder and have him really start to turn up. And Cal, again, no disrespect to Cal, he's been insane unparalleled levels of offensive production in my time watching the Seattle Mariners. Like, yes, I watched Nelson Cruz. I don't know if there was a time where Cruz had this many homers by June 8th. You know what I mean? Like, Cal has been unbelievable. If Julio can be good offensively, as good defensively, like, and they can work together as a tandem, and Julio's been good, it just hasn't been as good as Cal. Like, that duo can win you several handfuls of games throughout the rest of this season. Still going to win 83. Hey, you know what? 83 and 79 with how mid the American League is, maybe it gets you in. Maybe it gets you in. Maybe it does. Gmo, why is Cal's nickname the Big Dumper? Because he's got a big old peach parked behind him. Dumper's the greatest Mariner of all time. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Dumper putting up Griffey numbers. He's literally a video game cheat code. Do I have any pets? 4 dogs, 2 cats, some chickens. I mean, they're not mine, technically. They're my parents, but I will attribute them as mine. Tyler Locklear appearance this season. Ben, he seems like he's just been outlawed by the organization. I assume if Donovan Solano is still on this roster by September, somehow, some way, they don't upgrade at first base at the deadline, or like they keep him some whatever, and he still isn't producing or doing anything good, Locklear should be on the team in September. You know what I mean? 83 games get you Maui in October. They have a baseball team in Hawaii now. I didn't know they were going to host any like playoff series. Dealing with 4 dogs. I mean, again, I do not deal with them alone, but Cal has the second highest OPS in the league right now. Yeah. Bro has been... It's, again, unprecedented levels of offensive production is the best way I can describe it. What kind of dogs? There's a hound, like a smaller hound. There is a blue heeler. I think that's what Moose is. Just like a bigger, like kind of like sheepdog, cattle dog. There's a English golden lab, and then I don't know what his name is. Fred. He looks like a rug. Kind of like a terrier, but like a sheepdog terrier, like those ones. Maybe it's just a sheepdog, but yeah, those are the dogs. Bell is the hound. Moose is a blue heeler. Honeybee is an English lab, and then Fred is like a sheepdog. The one that's like, he has like hair over his eyes and you can't see his face. Do you think the Mariners are back, Joe? Nicholas Howard, I don't know, Nicholas, if the Mariners are fully back, Nicholas, but I do think that had they gotten swept in this series, Nicholas, I would have said that they're not they're done. They're not back, but the fact that they won a game means that they could be on their way to being back, Nicholas. Thank you. Matt Brash pitches like the wild thing. There was one pitch in this game, Brash, like he like overcooked a slider, and it was in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. Like, it was not even close, and it was hilarious. The quality relievers, yeah, I mean, injuries haven't been kind to them in that department. Regression has not been kind to them in that department. I mean, Thornton coming back and giving up an earned run in his debut, or his return, not debut, but his return from the injured list. Not exciting. If they can get guys like Thornton to level out, I think you have a nice core of relievers. It's just they're not super high end other than Munoz and Brash. Spire is fringe. I'd say like he's very good. You can do better than Spire, in my opinion. Vargas, similarly, good. You can do better than him. Like, they're getting good things out of a handful of the relievers, but they could do better and move those guys who are good into lesser leverage roles, and they could be even better, if that makes sense. Where is Colton today? You know what? Before I end stream, because I am getting quite warm, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. We will say hi to Colton. So we can say hi to Colton. So there he is. He is at work like normal on Sundays. Just a working boy. Thornton started the season meh. No, I agree. He has not been good. Like, he hasn't been sharp really at all. It's just if he can level out to what he was the previous 2 years, that'll be better for the team than what he has been this year. You know what I mean? Tell Colton to drop Burns. No, I won't tell him that. Sweep the Diamondbacks and bring Gino on the plane. Bring me Naylor and Gino coming home. Or they're probably on the road after that one too, huh? Got my calendar here because I don't want to have to look it up and potentially tank my internet. Oh no. They are back home against Cleveland on Friday. Yeah. Gino and Naylor on the plane with you. Bring them home. Bring them home. Need 2 arms and 1 bat at the deadline minimum. 2 arms, huh? Interesting. I might go 2 bats, 1 arm if I had to pick a combination of 3. But I don't hate the idea of getting 2 arms. I mean, they did last year, Jimmy Garcia and JT Chargois. Did either of them work out particularly well? No. But, you know, they'll definitely be in the market for it. No respect for Solano. I mean, listen, as Felipe says, 3 stars of the game. All right. We'll give George Kirby 1 big star. All right. 1 big star. We'll give Donovan Solano 1 big star for the go-ahead RBI driving in. Who was it on base at that point? Was that Polo or was that Garver? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Solano can get an honorary star of the game. And then who should the third one be? Munoz for locking it down. Should go Randy's 3-hit game. You guys decide who should be the third. Because it's probably Kirby, probably Solano. Maybe it's Polo. He got 2 hits as well. Maybe it's Polo. But stars of the game, Kirby's 1. Judge just homered. My day is ruined. My day is ruined, Christopher. Yeah, I don't know who the third one would be, but I feel good about Kirby and Solano being the 2 that I would pick. Randy didn't hustle. He got 3 hits today. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Love the Rainbow Mojo shirt. Didn't see his second rehab start. Do you think Gilbert's ready to come back? Claire. Hello, Claire. Glad you like the shirt. But Kirby, no, that's not his name. Gilbert will be making 1 more rehab start before he returns. So he would pitch on Tuesday would be my best guess. The 10th, because the Rainiers do not play tomorrow. The Rainiers' first game, I think against Sacramento, the River Cats, will be Tuesday the 10th. I think Gilbert will pitch in that and then make his return. Probably could be on Sunday against the Guardians or the following series, which is Boston, right? Yeah, Boston. We're going to have this convo. Randy needs to be off this team. Guys, Lucario wants a guy that got 3 hits today off this team. That's kind of crazy. Cal, honorable mention. He gets the 3rd star for being able to actually sit down for an entire game. That's why you missed the 2nd start. There you go. Yeah, of course. Of course. Sweep the Diamondbacks, kidnap Gino, Marte, and Naylor. Oh my God. A 3 for in the kidnapping department, Yuquan. That's a lot of players to get back from the Diamondbacks. He's constantly nice grammar. He constantly doesn't show any urgency at all when he is on the field. I don't disagree that he does kind of jog when I want him to sprint, but he's not off the team. He's not going to be. He is your 4th best position player. Like if we're putting Cal, Julio, like on the season, Cal, Julio, JP, Randy, like Randy's not going anywhere. I know your opinion is your opinion. You're going to stand by it. But Randy's not going anywhere. Why can't the Mariners have Judge? Why, Joe? Why, Nicholas? Why? Why, SpongeBob? Why? Because we didn't draft him, nor did we sign him. So, what's my take on Miller? Tom, my take on Miller would be that he gets 1 more chance. And after that, if it's not good, put him on the injured list, get the surgery, be done with it. If he's good, he earned himself another start. You know what I mean? DFA Miller, crazy. I think we use the term DFA pretty loosely. Just gonna throw that out there. But you wouldn't need to, because he has options. He does not need to be. He has options. So it wouldn't be a DFA. He'd just be optioned down to the minor leagues to try and work on his mechanics and work on building up velo or whatever. It would just be an option. I think if he does go out there and throw another clunker, either optioning him or IL, it would be where I'd go. 14 Ks. Damn. Yeah, dude. Kirby was carving. You DFA'd Miller off your fantasy team. Don't kick him while he's down. I've picked up Miller twice, and both times it's not been good for me. Lucario, you're putting a lot of faith in your own individual speed. Lucario could be a professional baseball player, guys. He's saying it in our chat room. I think he could do it. It's possible. It's very much so possible. Guys, I'm sweating. I don't want to sweat anymore. I'm going to end stream. I'm going to get out of here because I want to turn my fan on. But I appreciate everyone who's here. Again, charity stream not next, 2 Saturdays from now, the 21st from 1 to 4 for the Lambert House supporting LGBTQ plus youths in the King County area. Stream from 1 to 4, PST, obviously. If you want a Mariner Mojo shirt and you happen to be prideful, you can buy that one. It's a pinned comment. It's linked on our Fourth Wall shop. Any proceeds purchased or made through that shirt will also go to the Lambert House. I appreciate everyone being supportive and making and fostering a great community for us. Happy that the Mojovians are all W people. Call them Wajovians, if you will. But I'm going to get out of here. Goodbye, sweaty. Dog, I'm so sweaty. I'm getting out of here. We're gonna hit that end screen. I don't know if it's going to play the music. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to hit that end screen real quick. W stream, W you guys, all right? And W Mariners for making it so that I don't have to think mean thoughts about them today entirely. So, bye.